It was a long flight, and it looks like I'm getting heavier and heavier to boot. Have a rest, but stay close by. The oracle said that it was to be found in a building without corners on a flying island. And Tugator's the only flying island that I know. Let's hope we find a few answers here. A pretty battered pan. Looks like it survived an explosion. There are crusty bits of salt left inside there.
Furthermore, you stole the prosecutor's fares, beat him unconscious, and damaged part of the island with magic.
We didn't beat that stupid monkey unconscious. He knocked himself out.
Silence in court! The defendant may only speak when asked to do so. And don't call the prosecutor a monkey.
May I inquire what's going on here?
Ivo?
Lovely to see you again, Critter.
Fat? Who's fat?
Oh, shut the grog up! This is a trial, not a bloody circus.
Let me ask again. What's going on here?
Critter and I were arrested for no reason whatsoever.
I wasn't talking to you.
Idiots. Those two tried to steal my magic lamp, and they damaged the island. They also abused my friendship, and wanted to leave me here on my own, like everyone else.
The ugly one's renowned for it.
Aye, enough. Those two will be judged fairly and squarely.
Then I demand a lawyer.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
The Red Pirate, I presume.
You've heard of me.
Nate's mentioned you several times.
Only bad things, I hope.
Mainly that you sent the bounty hunter after him because you wanted your ship back.
The Mary is not his ship. I won it from him fair and square.
You cheated.
Of course. I just cheated better than you. Fair and square.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock. And that's contempt of court.
Apparently there's a near omniscient oracle on this island.
That's right, but people who aren't from here usually talk to him through mirrors.
Just guessing, but is it in that round building over there?
That's right and all. And you're not here because you want to steal from me. Or to rescue your friends.
No, definitely not.
We don't even want to be rescued.
You boys just carry on playing on your own.
Now listen here, young lady. This is a matter of death. Or a more painful, slower death.
Come on, Ivo. I can barely feel my hands anymore.
Don't you dare! You left without so much as a word, you human!
Perhaps you'd like to be the prosecutor instead, me dear?
What is that?
Oh, that! It's not what it looks like.
Not what it... Have you swallowed a watermelon?
All right, I'm pregnant. But I have not...
No sooner am I gone than you're all over the next guy that comes along.
I haven't been all over anyone. And you just scarpered off.
But just because... I'm not pregnant!
Just leave me alone, Nate Bonnet. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Quiet! Defendants are only allowed to cry out in despair when required.
He didn't even hear me out. He simply disappears, he gets involved with some dodgy deal or other, and then he tries to make me feel guilty. I'm not cross with Critter. He did disappear without a word like Nate, but he belongs to Nate. Where Nate is where you'll find Critter. For example, in the stocks in a trial. Nate talked a lot about his old nemesis, the Red Pirate. One of Old Red's bounty hunters must have got hold of him. I mean, not even Nate would be stupid enough to come here of his own free will. Excuse me, Your Honour, Judge?
Yes?
A judge cheating at cards? Tut-tut.
That's not true. Pirate poker is a dice game. And, I don't cheat. In the past, maybe, but this is the new Tugator. It's all about law and order now.
In pirate poker, you play for high stakes, right? I mean, if we play and I win, then you owe me something, right?
Theoretically. In reality, however, I will win, and you will owe me something.
What, for example?
If I win, then you have to stay on Tugator for a year and keep me company.
Ugh. And what if I win?
How about...
Your best friend's life?
No. I'd prefer something real I can hold on to.
an elegant pirate outfit? Clothes and a hat and all the trimmings.
That sounds good. Agreed. So what are the rules?
The easiest way to explain it is by playing a practice round. We each have got a cup with 5 dice. The dice have the numbers 1 to 5 on them. The 6th side is a star that can be any number, like a joker. Roll.
But this is just a practice game, right?
Aye, this game doesn't count. Like in normal poker dice, you can throw a pair, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, a full house, a straight and so on.
Okay, got it.
I've got a full house. Do you believe me?
Of course not. You're a pirate.
Not so fast. If I lift up my cup and I haven't lied, you've lost. So think about it. Am I telling the truth?
You're lying.
Bad luck, I wasn't lying. You would have lost, but let's just pretend that didn't happen. Now you have to tell me what you've rolled. You can tell me the truth or lie. The most important thing is you say something higher than me. You can also pick up any number of dice and roll them again, just once, before you tell me what you've got on the table. So, put the dice in the cup and roll again, or tell me what you've got. What's it gonna be?
Four of a kind.
You're lying. See those stones? You get 1 for each round you win. The first to have 3 is the winner. Ready to roll?
Fancy a game of pirate poker?
Always. Three of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
I've got 5 of a kind.
You're lying.
That makes me the winner, I'd say. Three of a kind.
Nah, I believe you. I've got 4 of a kind. Do you believe me?
You're lying.
Oh, you lost. Next game. I've got 4 of a kind. Do you believe me?
You're lying.
Now I just need one more win. Next game.
Four of a kind.
You're lying.
Hey, I win again, right?
Three of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
I've got 5 of a kind.
You're lying.
Tell me, if I've got 3 stones and you've got none, what does that mean again?
You've cheated.
I didn't. And if you don't want anyone finding out about our little game, I wouldn't make a big fuss about it.
But, oh.
My winnings? Thanks. It was a pleasure. A rope. I bet it's good quality. Pirates know about that sort of thing. A rag shop. I really don't like fussy clothes like the ones Mother always tried to make me wear, but I couldn't go this far. There must be some kind of middle ground, surely. Nate often spoke of this island. He spent his childhood in New Old Town, but it was always his ambition to come here. Tugator, the flying pirate island. It was the place where a boy from the streets could make something of himself. For all I care, he can spend the rest of his life on this rock. Headscarves for bald pirates, swashbuckling patches, ripped rope for a belt. No, I can't be doing with any of this. Wait a minute, what's this? A hook could come in handy. I should be able to attach the hook to the rope. Right, that'll hold. Something round under a cloth. It's moving. I wonder what's under that cloth there.
It's the horror. The horror.
Old Red won't spill the beans. Guards that thing as if it was his biggest treasure.
A deserted island that should be swarming with pirates. A few stone statues. The only survivor is a collector of magical artifacts, hiding something the size of a head under a cloth. Let me guess. The head of Medusa?
Aye. She's dreadful.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
A house with no corners. Got to be it. So that's, if one... no. Haven't got a clue what that is. A hatch in the wall. Nothing. A bottle, something like potato crisps and toilet paper? Enemax, the energy drink, provides energy to the max, +2 endurance, -2 intelligence. The stuff seems to consist practically of just water, sugar and colouring. And now do I have to actually go and get hold of all this stuff just to get in there? Ugh, my feet hurt. It's too hot in here, and I've just had a row with my ex. Woe betide you if your information is not any use. Strange. Why are water snails stuck to the jetty here? Perhaps they thought it's a jetty, and every jetty must have snails, whether it's standing in water or hanging in midair. I know these snails. They're called purple snails. They emit a smelly substance to defend themselves, which turns purple in air. It's used as a dye for colouring things. I'm not sure what sort of colouring should go into one of these energy drinks, but what's to say that purple wouldn't do the trick? Your defence strategy doesn't work too well now, does it? Whoa, relax, little guy. I've got what I need. The colouring's going in the bottle. Excuse me, Your Honour, Judge?
Yes.
Those 3 signs above the hatch on the observatory.
They signify offerings. If you want to ask the oracle about the weather before a long journey, for example, you place the things the oracle wants in the hatch, and then you're given an audience with him.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. The Oracle wants some unusual things.
Oh, that's often the case. It's a strange being, and quite unabashed. We wanted to ban it from the island, but every time we tried, it prophesied what dreadful consequences that would have, and so we left it be.
Where do I get the things from?
All the shops are closed. There was a kind of accident, and the inhabitants of the island are temporarily out of town. I keep an eye on their things as their trustworthy and reliable leader, so don't even think about stealing anything, will you?
Wouldn't dream of it. How's the trial going?
Marvelously. The accused is caught up in a web of contradictions.
This whole thing is ridiculous, and I'm innocent.
You see?
Why are you having this trial in the first place? I didn't realise things were quite so formal with pirates.
Aye, it's a new wind blowing on Tugato. No more impulse punishments. Law and order now rules. So it's safe for anyone to come back to the island.
The other pirates all mutinied and left, and now he's making out he's some kind of considerate leader.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
I think I've interrupted the court proceedings long enough.
True. Now, where was I?
Pirates don't have much of an eye for beauty. They are, however, very practical. Everything that pirates might want is growing here, from potatoes to hemp plants. Potatoes for potato crisps. Well, it's a start. That should do. Right then, the bottle's full. It'd be simpler if I could still see my feet. A sticky-looking pot with, some sort of slime. We don't have any machines in the Elf Burrow, but Wilbur told me about how he was responsible for oiling and greasing all the machinery in the gnome hole. I imagine the stuff in this pot is the same sort of thing. Nate and Critter aren't great believers in order. Ship shapes not to be found here. During my first days on the Mary, I tidied up after them. I soon gave up on that. That's Nate's lucky headscarf. He put it on during stormy weather. Critter and I used to poke fun at the fact that it was always a matter of luck every time he stepped behind the wheel.
Princess Ivo, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mary.
Are you here to break Captain Nate's heart again?
Did he tell you that? He left me, just like that.
But that's just ridiculous. He loves you. He left the ship full of hope, and 30 minutes later he returned a different man. You said no, didn't you?
He was going to propose to me that night?
He had a ring and got himself a fine suit from the wardrobe. Yes, a proposal with all the bells and whistles. He was so nervous. He'd practiced the whole day, asked me what I thought at least 100 times.
He didn't ask me once.
He didn't? I was convinced that our sudden departure was down to your refusing him. I said some horrible things about you. But Captain Nate wouldn't stand for it. When he left the cabin carrying the ring, that was the last time I saw him truly happy.
He just disappeared without a word. And I never got a marriage proposal.
But something must have happened. Otherwise, why would he have just left like that?
I woke up and wanted to go to him, but Mother told me that Nate had disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation. I was sure that it was just a misunderstanding and that he'd come back, but he didn't.
Oh, sweetie, that is simply dreadful.
I was distraught, then angry, and after a while I started blaming myself. I'm a modern elf princess. Why am I acting like some silly little girl just because a bloke's left me? Why did you come to Tugator?
Captain Nate made a deal with a little bounty hunter in Bonzing. A gnome, I think. I hardly believed it when he gave me the course, but he said it was important. The most important thing in the world.
A wretched magic lamp was the most important thing to him, huh?
When Tugator appeared on the horizon, Nate let the bounty hunter put him in chains. Just like I was put in chains by the Red Pirate when we eventually reached the island. The next day, I felt the chain release itself. There was lots of shouting and noise, and ever since, I've wondered what was going on.
And then I came down the stairs.
Exactly. The princess who had given my captain so much heartache. Well, that's what I thought, at least.
Whatever the reason for him running, he shouldn't have just turned his back on me without explanation.
Not that I wish to defend him, but do you think he might have got cold feet because of your child? Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Oh, it's not his child.
What? You lying harlot! Go all doe-eyed at my Captain Nate and then go whoring around with someone else? And here's me, gullible Gertie, almost falling for your lies. Well, just you wait.
That's the same reaction Nate had. I have never and would never cheat on him. My pregnancy's a bit of a mystery to me as well. But hey, thanks for your support. Critter puts huge quantities of sugar in his tea. He gets that from Nate. Neither of them understand the rationale behind drinking tea. One heats water, puts tea into it, and then pretends that it tastes of something. Sugar and milk are just an interference. A good handful, that should do. We had a lot of fun with this wardrobe, or more precisely with the costumes in it. We had fashion shows every evening. Wilbur and Critter looked hilarious. Ah, happy times. I'm not going to poke around the wardrobe. Too many memories. Nate always insisted he hadn't got rid of the Red Pirate's dressing table because it wouldn't fit through the hatch. However, my theory is he'd missed the mirror. Nate always insisted he hadn't got rid of the Red... However, There's a whole heap of coal glowing in the oven. Perhaps not enough to give Mary some steam, but certainly enough to grill half a pig with strawberry jam and pickled gherkins. Did I really just say that? Okay, I'll cut the slices as thin as I possibly can. Fat is used for cooking, but this? Whatever. The thin potato slices get put into the pan, like this. I've left the skins on. That'll give extra flavour. Right, high heat, boiling fat and thin potato slices. Should work. Oh yes, I can smell it already. Done. If I didn't know it was just my hormones talking, I could easily eat those. Now to add the crowning glory to the crisps. Salt. Ready. A ridiculous amount of sugar. Basis of many drinks. Enjoy. That's that then. That's Nate's favourite headscarf. I couldn't, could I? Have fun with it. All right then, open sesame. Are you taking the piss? I'm gonna do cool and you can it up your you. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be getting so excited. Let's try that once again. If you don't open this door this instant, I will personally ensure that this building is smashed onto the rocks 3,000 metres below us. Then I will set fire to everything on this island and allow the island to crush your broken body. And after that, I'll get angry. I see we understand each other.
Don't go into the attic, oh, you stupid cow! Oh, yes, strawberry tart. Don't go there, honey. He's only gonna cheat on you.
So you are this oracle?
Good guess, Princess Ivo. You're much shorter in real life.
What's this about offerings? Do you think I'm going to be your errand girl?
Well, you already have been. I can't leave this room. I offer a valuable service, and someone has to do my shopping. No, not that door. Right.
So, the pirates have provided you with everything you need to survive?
Correct. But then the red pirate went crazy and scared them all off the island. That's why I have to make do with coloured sugar water and disgusting crisps.
You ate that?
I had to. I have needs, you know. Oh, yes, marry her without a prenup. That's a great idea.
You told me in the elf burrow that I would come here, so you can see into the future. What's your game?
The mirrors show the future, or possible versions of the future.
Then why didn't you warn Wilbur or the Archmage what was going to happen?
How could I get their attention? Anyway, I only observe. I don't get involved. Oh, let him cry. He deserves it.
You're getting involved now.
But only because it's absolutely necessary. Oh, a boat! We're saved!
I've got the frog. I mean the Archmage.
I saw the battle! Spectacular! That little girl and Wilbur's wand. You couldn't make it up.
Is there a way of changing Master Alistair back?
Oh, that's not so easy. He hasn't just been turned into a frog. He is a frog now. Oh, don't go, Johnny! She needs you!
But he can be changed back, can't he?
Perhaps. His consciousness and his soul are in another place. But there is still a weak bridge connecting him to this world.
So there is hope.
Yes, but just a vague one. You have to... Wallop! Right between the eyes! That had to hurt!
How can we return the spirit of the Archmage to this world?
The Red Pirate has a magic compass. It always points in the direction of what you desire most. In the case of the Archmage, this is hopefully a way back. The lost Book of the Dead explains how to summon a spirit back into this world. But without a spark of life, he would die as soon as he returned.
A magic compass, a lost book, and a spark of life. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
That's why I lured you here.
Oh no. Not him. No, 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 no.
You need them, Ivo. You won't manage this task without them.
You said that the Book of the Dead had disappeared. Are there any clues to where it is?
Well, it's in a place without mirrors. That much is clear. It was kept in the legendary desert city of Lorem Ipsum in the Umzu Desert. No more is known.
Lorem Ipsum? Now, where have I heard of that?
An ancient city that finally lost the battle against the sand.
I'll find it, and the Book of the Dead. I will get these 3 things and change the Archmage back. On my own.
No, you won't. I have seen a future in which you fail, Ivo. A future that you won't live to see.
Oh, but that's only one possible future.
True, but are you prepared to risk its occurrence just because Nate gets on your nerves?
Ha! He doesn't just get on my nerves.
I know, it's... What? That's never a valuable antique.
Very well. I'll get both of them out of there.
It's not that easy. You're forgetting the head.
The head of Medusa.
I've seen it. Fortunately, just through my mirrors. It's terrible. If you try to rescue Nate and the critter with all guns blazing, the Red Pirate will unveil the head, and then no magic in the world can save you.
Got any suggestions?
You have to win the court hearing.
Would that not strike you as somewhat improbable with that judge?
Not with the right defense strategy. I haven't heard that one before.
Hello? Stick to the point. How am I going to convince the Red Pirate of Nate's innocence? Considering the fact that I'm pretty certain that there's a case to answer on every single count.
Of course Nate did everything he's accused of. But was it his free will?
What do you mean?
Say someone is controlled by a voodoo curse and kills someone. Is he the murderer or the one controlling the doll? Ugh! Oh, I wouldn't eat that salad.
What have voodoo dolls got to do with Nate and the theft of the lamp?
Act as his defense lawyer and tell the Red Pirate that Nate was controlled by a higher power. The rest will follow of its own accord.
That's insane.
Trust me, I can see through all mirrors. And anyway, I love courtroom dramas.
Oh, that's all well and good. The question is, can I trust you?
What kind of a question is that? No matter what I say, you still won't know.
Maybe you're just telling me these things because you're bored and want to create a bit of chaos.
There are always exciting things happening in this world. I just want it to stay that way.
What do you mean?
Turn the Archmage back to normal. He can tell you.
Okay, I'm just going to go now.
Shh! He's proposing to her.
Well, thanks for your help. It's very difficult to recognize anything at all in this mirror. Perhaps it's showing a future in constant motion? Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge.
Yes.
All defendants are entitled to a lawyer, are they not? I will be their lawyer.
Oh, really? Why not? Being the judge, I'm all for a fair trial. No one should be able to say, I sentenced them to death unjustly.
I don't know if I want to be represented by her.
Shut up, Nate. The accused is only allowed to talk when their lawyer tells them to.
Well, what do you have to say in their defense?
He is not responsible for his actions. He's being controlled by a higher power.
Oh, the voodoo doll defense.
Not at all. There is a higher power which controls him and all of us, I think.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. Behold the water jug.
Nah, that was the win.
No, that was the higher power.
If so, then it could get that coconut down from that tree. That is impossible.
Indeed.
You, turn around. Now go ask your higher power how many fingers I'm holding up.
It is 3 fingers.
That's witchcraft. Someone's watching me. They want to control me. And they want to drive me crazy. But they won't get me.
That was brilliant. How did you do that?
I don't know.
You mean there really is a higher power controlling everything?
That can't be. Oh, higher power! If you are really there, make a green unicorn appear. See? Just a figment of imagination.
All right then, release me. Come on, Critter, we're going.
Don't I even get a thank you?
I didn't ask for your help, and we would have managed fine on our own. Isn't that right, buddy? You see?
I could have just left you to rot in the stocks.
Maybe you should have. You're good at betraying your friends.
I have not betrayed anyone.
Critter, can you tell that person that the proof of her infidelity is clear enough for anyone to see?
Critter, tell this excuse of a pirate that I was not unfaithful to him. Even if I'd wanted to, I couldn't have been unfaithful to him. He left me.
Critter, tell her that I won't listen to this any longer.
Nate, it's about the Archmage and Wilbur.
What? What about them?
The Archmage has been cursed and Wilbur's wanted for murder.
That's nonsense. That little guy wouldn't hurt a fly.
We have to help them.
I can't. I can drop you off in Elfborough if you like.
That would be a start. The spark of life is there. My father has it.
Yeah, let's just go.
Are you sure you'll be able to find the elf burrow? Right, someone's gonna have to go up to my father and ask him for the spark of life. Then we have to head off to find Lorem Ipsum. Hello?
I'm not going to help. That's your problem.
Well, I'm not over the moon about it either, but the Oracle did say that I needed friends in order to overcome the challenges that lie ahead of me.
Then I suggest you look for some. Farewell.
But you have to help me. I can't possibly meet Mother in this state. The gods only know what she'd do to me.
And quite rightly, too.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you tell him yourself that you're going to desert him?
The frog?
That's Archmage Alistair. Didn't you listen to anything I said? And what about Wilbur?
I'm sorry. I can't. Oi, Critter! Come on! Just look what she's done. Critter! Ah.
Critter! I knew that you wouldn't desert me. And that's good. Mother must under no circumstances see me like this.
I was informed of your arrival, Ivo.
Well, Critter, now you've seen everything again just like you wanted to. Let's go.
What is the matter with you? Why don't you turn around?
Why don't you turn around first?
The company of that human is not good for you. That is why I told him to go away.
You did what?
What have you?
Well, I can explain.
Not necessary.
Helping her. Why should I? Just turns up and what the hell is taking so long? Critter, come on, it's time to go. The Mary was damaged recently, and I want to repair her. When I say recently, I mean about 2 years ago. But in my defense, I had to save the world in the meantime. I'll start the repairs tomorrow. But what can you do if there's a better use for the plank? Provisions are low. If we sail around much longer, we'll have to get supplies from somewhere, or Critter will have to eat less. Tinned peaches. Oh, empty. A pile of maps, diaries, travelogues and stuff. I was looking for things that promise eternal life. The Holy Grail, the Philosopher's Stone, the Fountain of Youth, that kind of thing. Harder to find than you'd think. That's why I had the idea with the djinn. At least I knew where to look for him. Wasn't there a book on Lorem Ipsum here? That's it. If I'd thought of it earlier, I could have given it to Ivo. Mary and me like a bit of banter. She says I haven't got a clue about flying airships, and that we only stay in the air because she ignores my commands. Ha! Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
What's our course, helmsman? Woman? Ship?
We are at anchor in the harbour and don't have a course.
Oh, play along. You know I like all that nautical stuff.
Course set 2456 degrees north-south, Captain.
Very good. Keep course.
Yes, sir, Captain.
All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then?
Critter, what have you done now?
Evil.
Ivo's mother? Oh. Come on, let's get you out of there first. All right. Darn elven magic. Yes, I'll get help. Wait here. No trace of arbor, but he left this ball of string lying here. Perhaps he was going to tie up bushes with it or something. Shorty won't mind, I think. We waited for ages until Ivo's mother finally left the palace. Then it was pool time. Critter and me cannonballed in from the balcony. Ivo was torn between outrage and laughter. At school, I had a teacher who hit us across the fingers with something like that when we were naughty. I stayed the full 2 weeks nonetheless. Education is the key to success. I'll have to be careful. If the Queen catches me, there'll be no leniency.
I couldn't allow him to propose to you. What sort of life would you have? You'd have lost him so soon, maybe just 50 years after marrying him. Or were you planning to go into the world with him and get old just like him? That would be terrible, and I told him as much. If one truly loves someone, then it's sometimes better to let them go. You know that I can be very convincing. The human spirit is weak. And perhaps there was a tiny bit of magic involved too. If only I'd known that it was already too late.
That darn witch! It all sounded so right. I was already across the sea when it became clear to me that I might have made the biggest mistake of my life. No wonder Ivo hates me. Her mother must never have told her what happened, or she blamed me for everything. Bob is still sitting where I left him months ago. Of course, he's not really called Bob, but his elven name is too complicated and long to remember. And he likes Bob. Hey, Bob.
Nate, my boy, what are you doing here?
I rescued Ivo from Tugator, the flying pirate island, and brought her back here, more or less.
Oh, so you're getting on well again.
It's too late for that. Trust me.
It is never too late for that. Trust me.
Your wife has hexed Ivo and imprisoned Critter. I'll free both of them and
I would counsel you to patience, my impetuous friend. What has happened?
The Queen found Ivo in the garden. She's pregnant. Did you know that?
I hope that you are speaking of Ivo and not my wife. Of course I knew.
She's put Ivo into a kind of deep sleep.
Theodora knows wise decisions take time. It isn't a simple sleep. It's a kind of Time out. For Ivo, time is standing still until her mother brings her back.
And when will that be?
As soon as she knows how she's going to deal with the situation. That could take months, or even years.
Years? She's got no right to do that. We have to bring Ivo back.
Just like the polecat butters the bread of the barn owl.
How can we wake Ivo up?
Without the help of her mother, impossible.
Then we'll have to force her. She can't keep Ivo imprisoned against her will.
You won't have any luck. Fiora will defend her daughter. She thinks she's doing the right thing. But if you can make her see that she was not acting in Ivo's best interests, then I'm sure she would let her go.
I should talk to her?
You'd be dead before you'd stuttered out your first sentence.
Hey! I eavesdropped on the Queen. She never told Ivo what happened, right?
What happened? You just disappeared one night.
It was all your wife's fault. She hexed me. I was going to propose to Ivo. The Queen intercepted me and whispered something in my ear.
Her words would have just washed over you had they not found something which they were able to catch hold of.
I thought long and hard about whether I should propose to Ivo. I loved her, but I also loved my freedom.
Gods and the wise call that getting cold feet.
So she could manipulate me because of my feet?
She magnified your doubts and let you lose sight of what was really important, your love for Ivo.
But I didn't want her to have to watch me die. And I certainly didn't want her to come with me out into the world and grow old and die herself.
Would it have not been up to my daughter what sacrifices she would be willing to make for you? She is, after all, the more intelligent one.
After I left the Elfborough, my head still told me I'd done the right thing. I wouldn't condemn Ivo to a life with me, and a goodbye would have been too painful for both of us.
But your heart told you that you were a fool.
Later, I thought I'd found a solution. I'd find a way to live forever. Then I could marry Ivo and we'd never be separated.
Your heart was right. You are a fool.
Well, Archmage Alistair's been turned into a frog. By a certain Van Buren, some little brat who's running through Seastone and transforming everything.
A little girl transformed the Archmage?
Yes. No idea how she managed it. Ivo said something about Wilbur's wand. And he's in the Dark Woods looking for a book that explains how it can be destroyed. In the meantime, Ivo wanted to organize a few things needed to bring the Archmage back.
What sort of things?
Some book from Lorem Ipsum.
The Book of the Dead?
Yep, that was the one. Then we need a compass that belongs to the Red Pirate and something called the Spark of Life. That's why she came back here.
I see. It's crucial we turn Alistair back quickly. He might have answers.
Answers? To which questions?
Something is stirring. A great evil. I have felt it for a while now.
The little brat with the wand?
No. Something older, greater, and a great danger for you, for Ivo, for everyone.
That doesn't sound good. But I wouldn't even know where to start. Ivo didn't tell me very much. Or perhaps I didn't listen.
I have the spark of life here. I will give it to my daughter as soon as she wakes. I can't help you with the compass, though. But I saw the lost city of Lorem Ipsum with my own eyes, long, long ago.
If I were to look for Lorem Ipsum, where would I find the ruins of the city?
Under the sands of the Amzu Desert.
Oh, really? Could you be a bit more precise? The desert's pretty big.
I can't remember the exact location. I set out from the Bremen oasis, went into the desert, and just followed my nose. After a few days, I saw the golden roofs of the town glinting in the sun as it set behind them.
So Lorem Ipsum is west of Bremen. But how far into the desert? How many days did you walk, and how quickly?
It was 3,500 years ago. What did you do last Thursday?
West of Bremen. That's a start. Ivo seems to have coped well with me leaving her. Seems to have been in a rush to find herself an elven prince.
No, she didn't take it well. She was hurt and disappointed. And no, she didn't throw herself around the neck of any elf prince.
I don't even want to know. I'd always loved her, but it seemed to have been quite one-sided. Your wife trapped Critter in the garden. Some thorny tendrils grew out of the ground, imprisoning him.
Oh, an old trick that all priests have up their sleeve.
So novices couldn't sneak out of rituals early, eh?
But the tendrils are very ticklish, especially under the arms.
They... All right, then. I found this text about Lorem Ipsum, written in a foreign language.
I don't understand that language. I only understand the language of nature. And English for some strange reason.
Take care, Bob. I'll see what I can do to help Ivo and Alistair, or if I can.
I see a man with a mission of great importance that he would like to complete.
Like? All that work? All that danger? The stress? You've got the same attitudes towards stress as I have.
I can see through you, Nate. You made your decision long ago. You just haven't realized it. To do good. Be part of something bigger. Help others. We all need goals in our lives. And the greater the goal, the greater the reward.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No problem. Now you go and wait on the Mary, okay? Ivo tidied up here when we flew back from the Wildlands. At least that's what she called it. In reality, all she did was bring confusing order to my orderly disorder. Navigation isn't a complicated science. I choose a place on the map I'd like to fly to, then I tell the Mary the name of the place and she flies me there. I don't know why other people find it so difficult. All right, then. Cast off.
Stop this thing.
Nope, me neither. I think we all know who's responsible for that.
Put it up.
Ivo's hippogriff doesn't seem very happy. Perhaps she's missing her rider. Or she's just hungry. Or both. Are you still hungry? We should do something about that. You stay here. Prepare the cannons and be ready to rescue me if necessary.
Give me the damned elf immediately!
There's no damned elf here. Get lost.
Lady Van Buren, I assume.
Yes? Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Wayne Schlegel from the Seastone Life and Accident Insurance Company.
What do you want here?
There was an accident here. A pirate lost an eye. Now he has to wear a wooden leg. There was clearly a problem in processing the claim.
There's no one here anymore. Apart from that damned red pirate and the elf he's hiding.
Elf? What elf?
A thieving elf! She robbed me while I had to deal with the rest of her kind.
You've been to Elfborough? I heard it's supposed to be very pretty at the time of year.
We couldn't get in. Protective charms that not even my little darling could do anything about.
What a shame.
And then I go back home and find I've been robbed by that damned elf and her mob. They will suffer the consequences.
And you're sure the elf's here?
Of course! She flew here from Seastone on a magic hippogriff. We followed her trail to here, and there are no indications that the hippogriff has flown on.
You seem to have considerable magical power at your command, madam. Why don't you just magic the elf out of there?
If it were really so simple, do you really think I'd be wasting my precious time here? That red scoundrel threatened us! Us! He has a magic weapon in there! Ancient, divine magic which even my Chantal can't do anything against.
Perhaps I could go in there and talk to the red pirate. I'm an insurance salesman. No one would dare do anything to an insurance salesman.
That's true. And every hour that I waste here prevents me from taking care of the transformation of the country. Go in. Convince that old scoundrel.
What you've done with this island is very impressive, Lady Van Buren. Just like in Seastone, you and your daughter are a real asset to this land.
Thank you very much. Politicians so seldom receive the thanks that's due to them. One works tirelessly for years on end for oneself and one's friends, and do the electorate thank you for it? No.
Sad. Very sad. Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
Nate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Let me guess. You've redecorated, so the pirates that fled come back.
Oh, it was that little brat and her mother. Turned up here saying I should hand over the elf.
And you explained politely that the elf is no longer here and that unfortunately you can, as such, be of no help.
I kicked them out. Then they started transforming my island. They would have got me too if I didn't have the head.
I see you were at least able to rescue the statues.
Statues? They're my friends. Tell him. Friends! I brought them in here long before them witches came. A man shouldn't be alone. Isn't that right, Martha? Right.
Yeah. I've even heard of people who went mad because they had no one to talk to.
Can't happen to me. I've got friends, and things are on the up. Friends?
Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the invisible force that determines what we do?
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate. You have to.
I'm here because I need the spirit compass.
What? Not because you missed my company?
And because I've missed your company, but mainly the compass. A friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right, Pierre? Right. You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say?
It's stew today.
Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is food. All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities off my island, I'll lend you the compass for a day.
Deal.
Deal.
Our deal stands?
Aye, you chase those two horrors off my island, and I'll lend you the spirit compass.
That's what I wanted to hear. I've got to go.
See you later.
See you later.
Not much escaped the brat's magic. His hammer is one of the lucky few.